For this love pain, anybody gotta feel like a Bible. For this love pain, anybody gotta pray like a sister. For this love pain, yeah. Ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription, yeah. For this love pain, anybody gotta feel like a Bible. For this love pain, anybody gotta pray like a sister. For this love pain, yeah. Ooh, I need it for this love pain. Anybody got a prescription?
Hey y'all, hey, it's Vivian. Yes, I'm back again. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Everything's gonna be all right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so how's everybody? I hope you're doing well. I hope your families are well. Yesterday was the 4th of July, and I hope everyone had a safe and wonderful holiday with your families. If you weren't able to spend it with your families, I hope you had a safe and wonderful holiday anyway. I also want to give a shout out to our military, our government workers, all those people that work very hard to keep our country safe and running in the manner in which it needs to run. So, guys, I want to talk a little bit. Oh, wait a minute before I do that. If you are new to the broadcast, please give StreamYard permission to let me see your comments, because I would love your comments. Also, please make some comments, because I love to interact with you. Also, like and share this video with anyone you think may need to hear it. Or just like and share it anyway. Just like and share, like and share, like and share. So, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, please like and share the video. And now we'll get into it. Okay, so today I want to talk about gratitude. Yeah, it's going to be short, but sweet, because gratitude is something that I believe that everybody should have. First thing I do in the morning, before I do anything else, as soon as my eyes pop open, I say that I am grateful to God for my eyes popping open. I am grateful to God because I'm breathing, I'm alive, and I'm vibrant, and whatever it is. And in addition to that, though, there are other forms of gratitude. Yes, we should all be grateful to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, that we are alive and that we're able to get up and that we're able to do certain things. But what about the people in our lives? How many times do you think about people that have enhanced your life in some way, and then you were able to be grateful to that person, let them know that you're grateful to them while they're still here? I the other day, I posted a whisper of the day, thanking my sister Rebecca for instilling in me my love of reading and also my love of sharing what I learned. Because in my mind, for years, I thought it was my mom and my grandmother, because they used to always say, learn things, read books. This is going to get you far in life, but don't just read it and keep it to yourself. Use what you learn and also pass it on to others. And they, beat that into my head, not beat, but you know what I mean? Said it over and over and over again. And I realized when I was writing out my story, yes, I'm writing kind of a book, okay? But I was going back as far as my mind would take me. And I remembered an incident when I was 4 years old, because that's as far as I can remember back, right? But I remember that my mother and my grandmother had instilled this philosophy in me, but I figured out that it was my 6-year-old sister who showed me what it looked like to learn, right? So we have to not only be grateful for God and his many blessings, but be grateful to the people who have enhanced our lives. And without me learning to read and love it, and as something that could help me in my life, but also learning to be grateful and help other people do the exact same thing, because I remember the feeling where it excited me to learn something new every day, and because she came home from school every day excited about what she learned, and she would sit me down and teach me these things, learning my ABCs, learning how to count, learning all these different things at 4 years old. And I was so excited about this all because I saw my sister going to school every day. And I wanted to go so bad, but they didn't let 4-year-olds in school back then. So I was like, man, I can't wait till I go to school. And the reason why was because she was so excited about it. And the fact that she came home, she brought her books, and she was teaching me every single day what she learned. And I remember that she took a lot of patience with me. She learned, I learned all my letters, and then I learned all my numbers, and then I learned how to start putting words together. And she did it in such a manner that you would have thought this 6-year-old girl was a teacher, because she taught me these things. I mean, like that. And my mom, of course, she had heard me saying the words, but she thought I was mimicking my sister, because, Becky would say it and then I would say it, and then Becky would say it, and then I would say it. But it wasn't that. She was actually teaching me how to recognize the words, how to spell the words, and how to read. And I was just bubbling over with excitement. And so I remember the time when she and I planned to surprise my mom. But she had to go to school, so she wouldn't be there for the surprise. But she said, okay, so you take my book. So I remember the name of the book was Tip and Jane. Tip was a dog. Tip was Jane's dog. And I remember reading that book. And go home, Tip. I just remember certain phrases out of it, but it was a long time ago. But I walked up to my mom, and I just remember my little 4-year-old self thinking, oh my God, mommy is going to be so happy. She's going to be so surprised. She's going to be so proud. And I can really tell her that I can really read, because I knew even in my 4-year-old brain that she thought it was cute that I was mimicking my sister, but she didn't really think I could read. And so I climbed up. I remember she was sitting on the sofa sewing something. And I remember just coming up to her with the book and told her I was going to read to her. And so she looked at me with that adoring face. And, like how parents look at their kids when they think something's adorable. And so she looked at me with that face. And even at 4 years old, I knew that face. I knew she didn't think that I could actually read, but she was going to listen to me because, it's a little kid talking about, you're going to come to me and read. And so I climbed up on the sofa. I took the book and I started reading. And then after a while, I think it dawned on her that, wait a minute, nobody's here for her to mimic. What is she doing? And so she put down her sewing and she started pointing to random words. What's this word? And I told her. What's this word? And I told her. And she flipped to the back of the book. What's this word? And I told her. And so she was shocked, but the look on her face changed in that moment. It wasn't just, oh my God, this is adorable. This was, oh my God, my baby can read. And so I read the whole book to her. And I remember in that moment that I could feel the pride of my mom. And in that moment, I could feel the gratitude to my sister because she was the one that helped me get to that point. She was the one that helped me to make my mom proud and make my mom smile. Because as kids, we want to please our parents through everything, right? And the fact that my 6-year-old sister could give me that was amazing in itself. But the fact that I don't even think she ever even realized how good of a teacher she was at 6 years old. Because when I was 4, I didn't get to go to school until I was almost 6 years old. Because back then there was a certain cutoff that you had to be. I think it was September 1st, which was the day that everybody went to school for the first time. But if you weren't 6 years old on September 1st, you had to wait till the following year. Well, my birthday's in November. So when I wanted to go to school so bad, when I was 5, I said, man, I'm almost 6. I'm only like a couple of months away. Please let me go to school. Please let me go to school. But they didn't. They made me wait a whole year before I could go to school when I was 5 3/4, I guess you could say it. But I remember that it was because of my sister. It was because she always took the time to teach me what she learned. And so that was instilled in me. Yes, it was fortified. It was supported by my mom and my grandmother and then everybody, all the teachers in my family, because I have a lot of educators in my family. But it was her. It was her that started that love of reading and learning in me. And I had never really thanked her for that. And it made me cry because I'm thinking, Jesus, all this time, I mean, we're in our 60s. So all this time that I had never really acknowledged the fact that it was her. Yes, it just kept being reinforced over my lifetime. And I guess because I was so young when it first happened, I didn't actually remember it. But then when I remembered it the other day, I remembered other times in my life when she would learn something and she would teach me. I remember, and I'm going on and on, y'all, but I'm just excited about this because I remember when I was I think I just got in a freshman in high school. My sister was a senior, and they had hey, Ruby. They had a poem, a really long poem that they had to learn. I don't remember the name of the poem, but my sister had to practice it because they were going to be graded on memorizing this poem. And so she practiced it with me. And we were going back and forth with it. And she would practice it and I would tell her whether she was right. But during that time, I also learned the poem. Now, mind you, this was a poem that was supposed to be for 12th graders. This was something that they were learning, and not for the freshmen. Actually, I think I was in 8th grade. I'm not really sure, but anyway, I remember I was like a few years behind my sister, and so because I learned the poem at the same time she did, because I was helping her, practice. It was her doing the exact same thing. She was teaching me what she was learning. And so I remember what she did when they were reciting the poem, and a lot of her classmates weren't getting the poem. They just weren't getting it. And the teacher, she told her teacher, Oh, well, my sister can, my little sister can do this poem. And she was like, okay, well, go get her, right? She came to my class and got me and had me recite that poem in front of her class. And I did it and I went back to the class. I thought nothing of it. But again, it was her sharing what she learned that helped me to learn that poem, to help me to be to feel pride in myself. And I just never thanked her for that. I never put two and two together, I guess, because you just, it's your sister. You're thinking, oh, well, of course she's going to share with me. No, no, no. It's not her job. She didn't have to, but she did it out of the goodness of her heart because that's the type of person she is, right? But you don't think about these things. So who are you? Who go back in your lifetime and you go back to those little tiny moments. It may not even be anything gigantic, It may just be, okay, my sister, my brother, my cousin, whoever it is, taught me something in this moment. Have you thanked them for that? Have you issued them your gratitude for that thing? Go back as far as you can remember. That first thing that made you feel good, that first thing that made you feel pride in yourself, that first thing that you learned from somebody. It could have been a grown-up, could have been another child, but whoever it was, thank them now while they're here to hear it. Because that statement, give flowers while they can still smell them. You give people their flowers while they're still alive. Sending somebody flowers when they die, they don't see them. They can't smell them. How about sending them some flowers just because? Just because you are grateful for them as a human being. You think that would be a good idea? I think so. So don't forget to go back to your past and remember the good things. Now, we remember the bad things because those are traumatizing, right? But remember the good things as well, because the good things will carry you through the bad things. It will. And then when you go back and you look at those good things, who was there? Who helped you through those bad times? Because somebody helping you through the bad times is a good thing, right? Go back to that person. If they're still around, go back to that person and say, you know what? I thank you so much. I remember when, whatever it was. They may not even remember it. But if you remember it, thank them for it. Send them a note. Call them up. Whatever it is, send them some flowers. Send them a cake. Send them whatever it is. Just thank them while they're here to see it. Because I'm pretty sure that they'll be grateful to you for that. Okay? Just be grateful, guys. Be grateful to God for being here. Be grateful for all your many blessings, but also be grateful to the people in your lives. All right? Now you can tell me who you're grateful for. Tell me all day long. I would love to hear your stories as well. But don't forget to tell the person that you're grateful for them. All right? Okay. All done. Did you like that story? Okay, guys. So I'm going to talk to you later, and I hope you got something out of that. And really go back to the people that have been influential in your life, even if it was just yesterday. Matter of fact, especially if it was just yesterday, because it's fresh on your mind. But go back to the people who have been influential in your life and let them know. And tell them that you're grateful for them, that they have been a big part of your life. Okay? Because I'm going to be calling up my sister. Because, I haven't told her in years. I haven't told her. So, make sure that you tell the people. All right, Ruby, tell Mother Smith. So I will talk to you guys later, and have a great, great great day. Thank you, Becky, for coming, and I am grateful for you too, my sister. So I will talk to you guys later. You have a fantastically marvelous day, and don't forget, I wish you peace, I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye bye.